Now it's time to begin the actual grand finale. Hello, welcome to the Celebrity Sim Brother finale. We've been watching these contestants get eliminated one by one for 8 weeks now, and it is finally time to crown our winner. Before we get into today's antics, let's just do a quick recap of our Final Threes game. Sabrina came into this game strong with Taylor as her bestie. The two of them made a quick alliance and have been inseparable ever since. Her vote has played a part in a lot of eliminations. She's won when she's needed to, but she hasn't been too much of a comp beast, and she made sure to keep her social game up with everyone in the house. Harry has sort of coasted to the finale out of the three. He didn't win much. He was disliked by a few house guests because of his tantrums and his anger outbursts, but he still fought his way to the end, and he's here for a reason, so I wouldn't count him out, but I also wouldn't count him in. And finally, we have Taylor, who is definitely the front runner. She has the most wins under her belt, and she pretty much eliminated every single house guest out of this house who she did not like. But we're not done yet because we need to narrow this final three down to a final two. And once we have our final two, we'll bring back all the evicted house guests. They will each get to plead their case to the house guests and hope for their vote to win. I say it's time we head over to our first competition. Part 1 of this Head of Household competition is called Bake It Till You Make It Part 2, in which the 3 house guests will all bake the same cupcakes on the cupcake machine, and whoever has the highest quality wins. The house guests are ready to go, so let's start Part 1. Okay, we immediately have Sabrina locking in and going right to that machine while the other two slag a little bit. Slag? Slug? Oh, hello, Loud. Alright, it looks like all 3 house guests are done, so let's check their quality. Taylor has made cupcakes with a quality of excellent. Harry has made cupcakes with a quality of normal. And Sabrina has made cupcakes with the quality of excellent. Oh my gosh. These 3 competitions will be a best out of 3, so Harry is not out yet, but he is out of part 1. Alright, let's go back in with round 2 with Sabrina versus Taylor. Who's gonna take it? Who knew that these girls were, like, secretly excellent bakers? I mean, go off. Okay, I don't use this cupcake machine often. Why is it so fast? Like, we should use this more. Okay, Taylor is done with her cupcakes. They have a quality of excellent. Sabrina is done with her cupcakes. They have a quality of excellent. Oh my gosh. They are fighting for their lives. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go big or go home. They're gonna do the level 5 cupcakes that have a high chance of not being excellent. So, let's see. Okay, they're both done. Is it bad that I'm a little bit scared? Okay. Taylor's cupcakes have a quality of normal, and Sabrina's cupcakes have a quality of poor. Wow. Maybe it's because she went into this uncomfortable. That means Taylor is the winner of round 1. Part 2 of this 3-part HOH is called Wood Work It Girl. So cringe, I know. Anyways, the Sims are all gonna make the little horse sculpture on the woodworking table, and whoever's is worth the most wins. Self-explanatory. Okay. Alright, and start. I feel like in my everyday gameplay, I forget to use the woodworking table often. It's like so fun. It's so cute. Same thing with the cupcake maker. Like, I don't really use these things because they're huge, and where am I going to put them? But it's fun to use in a competition game like this. So all of the house guests are done, so let's see how much their work is worth. Taylor's horse sculpture has a quality of normal, and it's worth $20. Harry's horse sculpture has a quality of poor, and it's worth $10. And Sabrina's has a quality of normal, and it's worth $20. Okay, okay. This means that, unfortunately, Harry is also out of this game. Don't count him out yet, because there could still be a tie with each of them each winning one of the 3 games, and we'd have to go into a tiebreaker, so he's not out yet. Okay, round 2, the girls are going to craft a knife block this time, so let's see how that goes. They are both done, so let's see. Taylor's knife block has a normal quality and it's worth $10. Sabrina's knife block has a poor quality and it's worth $5. That means Taylor is the winner of round 2 and will automatically be moving to the final 2. That means that with 0 points to their name, Harry and Sabrina will face off in this final 3rd part, in which the winner will automatically enter the final 2 with Taylor. And this final challenge is a fun one. It's called You Skate So Great. And the 2 house guests will skate around with each other for as long as they are willing to, and I will put autonomy on, so whenever they feel like getting off, they will. And whoever is the last person standing wins. Okay, it looks like Harry is starting just a little bit earlier, so maybe we'll take that into account, but... Oh! An immediate fall. It's not about falling, it's about who lasts. I did cheat their needs all the way up before this, so they have an equal chance at staying on as long as possible. It's solely about the choices they make with autonomy on, so... Harry seems worse at skating, whereas Sabrina has a little bit more coordination, but again, that doesn't play a factor in anything. It's just about lasting. It's been hours. It looks like we're taking this into the night, so let's keep going. Sabrina had a pulled muscle and stepped off of the platform first to go clean up. After our final head of household competition, Harry and Taylor have won their spots as the final 2 of the season. I personally am team Sabrina was robbed. Like, that was like a very unfair ending. We just kind of like swooped the rug from out under her. Like, she was so gonna win this game. If you're feeling that way, maybe we'll have to consider her for a cast in a future show, if you know what I'm saying. So let me know in the comments, was Sabrina robbed, or is this final 2 what you were expecting? Now it's time to begin the actual grand finale. First off, let's welcome back our evicted house guests, starting with Sean, Kanye, and Olivia. Sean was evicted unlawfully because he unfortunately drowned by his own accord, and I felt that that meant he was evicted that week, and it was kind of rude of me, but you know. Kanye fought his darndest to stay in this house. He tried winning comps, but the enemies were out to get him. He had too many enemies in this house, and they wanted him out early, so they got it. And poor little Olivia fought as hard as she could, but she was such an outsider, and nobody wanted to keep her around any longer than they had to. Justin was a bit of a sleeper hit this season. He actually won a couple things and had a pretty good social game, but he was always making a mess in the house and always using the bar at the wrong time, so I feel like they just evicted him because they didn't need him anymore. Kim had arguably the most impressive run this season. She got evicted, won the battle back, came back, and survived an extra week, but unfortunately, same thing as Kanye, she had too many enemies, and they got her good. And finally, Sabrina, who's still really sad from getting so close to Final 2 and ultimately failing. I do feel bad for her, but it might not be the end for her, so stay tuned for more videos coming soon. And finally, our Final 2. Harry and Taylor. I feel like this whole entire season was Taylor's mastermind game, pun intended. In my eyes, she brought Harry here because out of the 3 remaining, he was the least likely to win next to her. So she's really banking on everyone, you know, acknowledging her wins and her fight and giving her this win. But Harry, on the other hand, has purposefully coasted by. He made enemies and yet was not evicted, so he's going to use that in his speech. Speaking of speech, the final 2 house guests will host a debate where they will try to sway the evicted house guests to earn their vote. Harry and Taylor are arguing their case and pretty much pleading to you what I just explained, trying to sway these house guests to give them their last vote. It looks like Sabrina is just over the whole thing because she feels like it was rigged against her, so she doesn't even care who she's voting. And everyone else just seems happy. They don't know exactly who they're going to vote yet, but they're into this. Okay, the debates are done. It all comes down to this. The 6 evicted house guests will each vote for who they think deserves the crown this season. Having spent the least amount of time in the house and not having a lot of time to increase his relationships, Sean could vote either way. Sean's vote goes to Harry. Kanye's vote goes to Harry.
Okay.
Olivia's vote goes to Taylor. Justin's vote goes to Harry. Kim's vote goes to Harry. And Sabrina's vote goes to Taylor. That means that by a vote of 4-2, Harry is the winner of Celebrity Sim Brother. Wow, did you see this season going this way? Because I surely didn't. Harry was an underdog through and through. He was always throwing tantrums, always dancing, not taking the game seriously, but when the time needed him to, he locked in and was a silent killer throughout the whole entire game. So, although I am mad that Taylor and Sabrina fought so hard and were ultimately robbed, I do still like this ending. I think that Harry deserves his win, regardless of how he got there. And that's a wrap on Celebrity Sim Brother. Comment who you wish won out of the 8 house guests, and also drop some suggestions for who you'd want to see in a season 2, perhaps. I have some ideas for the next season, so make sure you comment so that I know you're watching and I know you want another season. Subscribe so you don't miss any new uploads that come soon, and make sure to follow me on TikTok as well. Thanks for watching. See you next season.